Is the Forrester legacy finally falling apart from the inside out? Or did a single desperate hug just hand the Logan family the ultimate weapon to take them down? Honestly, you have to wonder if this was just a parent in pain or the spark that's going to set the whole world of fashion on fire. Welcome back to the deep dive, everyone. We aren't just recapping the drama today. We are tearing it apart to see what's really going on under the surface. Tuesday, May 26, 2026, is not just another day in LA. It's a massive shift in everything we know about the bold and the beautiful. We're seeing a total breakdown of family loyalty, and it all starts with Zende. Let's talk about Zende Forrester Dominguez for a second. This man has finally hit his limit. For months he's been sitting there, watching his talent get pushed to the side while everyone else gets the spotlight. He's given everything to Forrester, his time, his ideas, his soul, and what did he get back? He got treated like an intern with a fancy last name. So Zende decides to do something that is going to change the game forever. He's defecting. He's taking his unreleased couture sketches, designs he made from his own pride and pain, and he's walking straight into enemy territory. He goes to see Katie and Bill Spencer. This isn't just a guy looking for a new job. It's a calculated strike at the heart of Eric's legacy. He's handing over what are essentially beautiful, dangerous weapons to Logan Designs. Why did he do it? Well, think about it. The Forrester name had become a cage for him. He realized that loyalty in that house only goes one way, toward the people with the right last names. By taking those sketches to Bill Spencer, he's weaponizing his identity. Internally, he's grieving. He's orphaning himself from his family just to feel seen. He's trading his heritage for a chance to be the main character for once. It's a total redistribution of power. If Forrester won't value the artist, do they even deserve the art? Carter tries to stop him, warning him there's no easy way back, but Zende's heart has already left the building. He's not listening to reason anymore. He's listening to years of disappointment. And then there's Eric. Poor Eric. He's survived so many storms, but this one cuts deep because it's a betrayal from family. To Eric, it's a knife in the heart. To Zende, it's just survival. This is why the writing is so good right now. No one is totally wrong, but everyone is hurting. While the adults are playing these power games in the boardroom, the real heartbreak is happening with little Kelly Spencer. She's young, but she isn't blind. She can feel the tension between Liam and Steffy. She can sense the distance and the anger. Kids absorb everything, and Kelly is crying out for help through her acting out in her nightmares. She doesn't care about fashion wars. She just wants her parents to look at her. Then the unthinkable happens. Kelly goes missing. In a heartbeat, the fashion war doesn't matter. The pride and the arguments just vanish. Liam and Steffy aren't opponents anymore. They are just two terrified parents. The panic is raw. Every second feels like an eternity. When she's finally found safe, the relief is so overwhelming it breaks them both wide open. They hold each other. Not as exes, not as lovers, but as two people who almost lost the most important thing in their lives. It's a deep human hug. But this is a soap opera, so of course Hope walks in at the worst possible second. Hope sees that hug, and she doesn't know about the missing child. She doesn't see the relief or the guilt. She just sees what her heart has always feared. Liam and Steffy together again. The look on her face says it all. This isn't just jealousy. It's years of insecurity crashing down on her. She's already been pushed out at Forrester, and now she feels like she's being pushed out of her marriage too. This misunderstanding is the match that's going to set everything off. Hope has always tried to be the good girl, but that version of her is dying. Her pain is turning into anger, and that anger is becoming power. If she thinks Liam betrayed her, she's going to pour all that heartbreak into the Logan versus Forrester war. Suddenly, Katie, Bill, Zende, and Hope are becoming a revenge machine at Logan Designs. And while all this is blowing up, Brooke is over at Forrester celebrating. She's been lobbying Ridge and Steffy for months to give Hope a firm date for her line, Hope for the Future. She finally gets a yes from Steffy, a specific date next week, and she's so excited to tell Hope. But the irony is just brutal. Brooke thinks she's saved the day, but she doesn't realize the battleground has already moved. She's playing by the old rules of talking it out, while Hope is ready to burn the system down. Will this create a huge rift between mother and daughter? You bet it will. And we have to talk about the younger generation because it is getting messy. RJ and Will are at each other's throats over Elektra. RJ is completely smitten, but he's watching Will like a hawk at the bikini bar, convinced Will is trying to win her back. He thinks Will isn't worthy of her because he's let her down too many times. But then Will delivers a brutal low blow that just levels RJ. It's an intense personal strike to protect his turf. RJ is so furious he actually begs Ridge and Steffy to fire Will. Can you imagine? Trying to get your cousin fired because of a girl? It shows how insecure RJ really is right now. But wait, there's a massive secret hanging over all of this. Liam is hiding a life-changing illness. Word is he might have brain cancer and he's keeping it from almost everyone. Finn is the only one really pressing him to stop hiding it. These two are actually starting a bromance, which is wild to see. Steffi knows and she's desperate for Liam to get treatment so Kelly and Beth can have more time with their dad. This adds a whole other layer to that hug Hope saw. Liam wasn't just hugging Steffi because of Kelly. He was hugging her because he's literally facing death. And Hope has no idea. She thinks he's cheating while he's actually dying. Talk about a mess. Then there's the Carter situation. Carter makes this extravagant gesture to Hope, and people are wondering if he's going to propose. Carter has a history of rushing things, 3 broken engagements, remember? If he asks Hope to marry him now, she might feel trapped into saying yes just because she's so hurt by Liam. She's telling Carter he makes her feel like no other man has. But is she just lying to herself? She still wants Liam, but she thinks he's not going to survive. And for the fans who were hoping for a miracle, the show's creator, Brad Bell, just confirmed that Luna is officially dead. He said, "Luna is dead. We all saw it." So that's that. But with one door closing, another one opens because Wyatt Spencer is finally coming back to LA. Darren Brooks is returning, and he's not coming alone. He's bringing a surprise guest. And we already know Denise Richards is back as Shauna Fulton. Is Wyatt involved with Shauna now? That would be a huge twist. Bill is summoning Wyatt to help expand the Logan Empire. So the Spencers are definitely picking a side in this war. Have you ever felt like the world was shifting under your feet, and you were the last one to know? That is exactly where we find the Spencer and Forrester families on Tuesday, May 26, 2026. This isn't just another day of fashion and drama in Los Angeles. This is the kind of episode where one choice changes everything. One missing child breaks your heart, and one simple hug might just be the match that sets the whole city on fire. Think about that for a second. We've seen a lot on The Bold and the Beautiful, but I honestly think we are looking at a total breakdown of family loyalty that we won't be able to fix. Let's start with Zende Forrester Dominguez. I really want to know what you think of this guy. For months he has been sitting in the background, hasn't he? He's been watching his talent get pushed aside while the real Forresters get all the credit. He has given everything to that company. His ideas, his passion, his time. But loyalty is a funny thing. It starts to hurt when nobody values it back. Zende isn't just annoyed. He is deeply wounded. And when someone is hurt that way, they do things that shock everyone. Instead of staying at Forrester and begging for a crumb of respect, he decides to take his future into his own hands. He gathers his unreleased couture sketches, the ones that came from his own heart and pride, and he walks right over to the enemy. He goes to see Katie and Bill Spencer. Now, think about the psychology of that move for a minute. This isn't just a guy looking for a new paycheck. This is a bold, calculated strike. When he lays those designs out for Bill and Katie, you can feel the energy change. Bill sees the money and the power. Katie sees the opportunity to finally take a shot at Forrester creations that might actually land. These aren't just sketches to Zende. They are beautiful, dangerous weapons. He's tired of being replaceable. He's tired of the Forrester name protecting everyone except him. My opinion? I think he's right to walk. If a family won't give you respect, why should you give them your genius? Carter tries to stop him, of course. Carter knows that once you cross that line, there is no easy way back. But Zende's heart has already left the building. Then you have Eric. Poor Eric. He's survived so many storms, but this one has to be a knife in the heart. To Eric, Zende isn't just an employee. He is family. Seeing Zende take his talent to the Logans feels like the ultimate betrayal. But here is the thing, to Zende this is just survival. It makes for such powerful TV because nobody is completely wrong but everyone is bleeding. The Forrester family tree is starting to crack. and Zen's exit might be the branch that breaks the whole thing down. While the adults are busy fighting over dresses and power, the real tragedy is happening with little Kelly Spencer. We often forget that kids in these shows see everything. They aren't blind. Kelly can feel the tension between Liam and Steffy. She can hear the anger and sense the distance. Think about the pressure on that little girl. Children absorb what adults try to hide, and Kelly is crying out for help. Her nightmares and her outbursts are her only way of saying, "Look at me." She doesn't care about corporate wars. She just needs her parents to stop fighting. And then the unthinkable happens. Kelly goes missing. In 1 second, everything else just disappears. The fashion war? Gone. The arguments? Meaningless. Liam and Steffy aren't exes anymore. They are just two terrified parents. The panic on their faces is so raw. Every second feels like an hour when your child is gone. When they finally find her safe, the relief is so big it breaks them both wide open. They hold each other in this deep, emotional, and completely human hug. They aren't trying to betray anyone. They aren't chasing old memories. They are just two people who almost lost their world and need someone to help them carry the fear. But this is a soap opera, right? So of course Hope walks in at the worst possible moment. Hope sees them. She sees Liam wrapped around Steffy, but she doesn't know about the missing child. She doesn't see the relief or the guilt. She only sees what she has always been afraid of. Liam and Steffy together again. The look on her face says it all. It's not just jealousy. It's years of feeling like the second choice. Hope has been pushed out at Forrester, and now she thinks she's being pushed out of her marriage too. This misunderstanding is a total game changer. Hope has always been the calm one, the forgiving one, but I think we're about to see a shift. Her pain is turning into power. If she thinks Liam betrayed her, she's going to take that heartbreak and use it to build a revenge machine at Logan Designs. But here is where it gets really complicated. We have to talk about Liam's secret health crisis. This is the part that is going to drive everyone crazy. Liam is facing a terminal diagnosis, brain cancer. This is the why behind every life-changing decision he is making right now. He's been trying to keep it a secret, but the circle of people who know is growing. Finn has become a huge part of this. He's been pressing Liam to stop hiding and get help. The funny thing is, this has created this unexpected bromance between them. Who would have thought these two would be the ones bonding over a medical reality? Steffy knows too. She's been his primary support, begging him to pursue treatment so Kelly and Beth can have more time with their dad. But Liam is struggling. He's convinced he has no chance of surviving. Hope, Taylor, and Carter are also in the loop, but Ridge is still in the dark for now. The psychological weight of this is just massive. Imagine being Liam, thinking you're dying, and watching your marriage fall apart because of a hug you gave while you were terrified for your daughter. It's a mess. But there is a little bit of good news. As we get into June, we are hearing there might be hope for Liam after all. He's going to make a life-changing decision about his care, and that might change everything. While Liam is fighting for his life, Brooke is over at Forrester celebrating. She's been lobbying Ridge and Steffy for weeks to give Hope's line, hope for the future, a real chance. And on Tuesday she finally gets what she wants. Steffy gives her a firm date for the relaunch, a specific day next week that Hope can count on. Brooke is so excited to tell her daughter. She thinks she's finally secured this big win. But the tragedy is that she's too late. She doesn't realize that Hope has already signed with Logan. Brooke thinks she's saved the day, but the battleground has already shifted. It's going to cause a massive rift between mother and daughter. And we can't forget the younger generation. RJ and Will are at each other's throats, and it's getting ugly. They are both after Elektra. RJ has been watching Will like a hawk at the bikini bar, convinced he's trying to get his ex back. RJ thinks Will isn't worthy of Elektra because he's let her down too many times. But then Will hits RJ with a brutal low blow during an argument. It's a personal attack that just levels RJ. RJ is so furious that he actually begs Ridge and Steffy to fire Will. I mean, think about the insecurity there. He wants to use corporate power to win a girl. It's a mess of ego and trauma, and it's only going to get worse as these Spencer and Forrester cousins fight over their turf. Now I have to mention some big news from the show's creator Brad Bell. If you were hoping Luna Nozawa was still alive somewhere, you might want to sit down. Brad Bell officially confirmed that Luna is dead. He said, "Luna is dead. We all saw it. So that's that." But he also mentioned we have a new group of young characters to watch, including a recast for RJ. Brian Nicoletti is taking over the role, and he's ready to jump right into this rivalry with Will. And for the Wyatt Spencer fans out there, get ready to cheer. Darren Brooks is finally coming back to LA this week. Bill Spencer summons him home to help expand the Logan empire, but Wyatt isn't coming alone. He's bringing a surprise guest with him. We already know Denise Richards is back as Shauna Fulton, so everyone is wondering, what happened while Wyatt was away? Did he end up with Shauna? That would be a twist no one saw coming. So let's look at the big picture. We have a family falling apart over fashion designs. We have a father facing a terminal illness while his ex-wife holds his hand and his wife plans a revenge move. We have cousins trying to get each other fired over a girl. And we have old favorites returning with secrets of their own. It is a wild time to be a fan of the bold and the beautiful. So what do you think? Are you Team Logan or Team Forrester? Is Zende a hero for leaving or a traitor to his family? And that hug, was it just parental relief? Or do you think there's still a spark between Liam and Steffy? Let me know in the comments. Also, do you think Luna is really gone? Or is Brad Bell just pulling our leg? Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of the drama. We've got a fashion civil war starting, a secret illness, and a major return. This is going to be a wild summer. See you in the next one. Tell me more about Liam's secret health crisis.